All right, everybody. I'm here with Trey Brown, Hayden boys coach. They the first year as a head coach of Hayden, he was at Care Paravel last year. The Hayden boys got the 6th seed in Substate. They finished the year 5-15. Trey, you guys started the year off 4-1. You started off 4-1, and it kind of looked like, man, Trey's got these boys and they're going, they're rolling. But then you guys ran into it was kind of like a brick wall of injuries. You lost your next 12. What was that like starting year 4-1 and then losing your next 12? Because then you guys went into senior night and you guys beat Topeka High 57-42.
Yeah, it was tough. I think that's really the only way to, the best way to describe it at least is that it was tough. Injuries, lost some close games. Honestly did a lot of things to beat ourselves. Not taking away credit for the teams that beat us because as you know, right, there's a lot of good teams in our league, but the injuries hurt. And then just a lot of things that we did to beat ourselves. But like you said, we've been coming along late as of late. Even though one out of our last three, I've only won one, but they've all been close games. We've been right there. So we just keep telling guys to stay positive and we're confident in them. We know when we play together for 32 minutes, we're a tough team to beat. But that is a tough thing is that, we got to do it for 32 minutes plus, which we have struggled to do. But, we got the guys to do it and we believe we got the guys to do it. So, we just got to put the pieces together, and there's no better time to do it than now. So.
You just said that you're 1 for 2 in your last 3, but those last 2 games, you guys lost to Eudora, you guys lost to Manhattan. I think the Manhattan score 70-77.
Yep.
You lost to Eudora on a last-second shot. Didn't fall for Dom Ryder, but you've lost your final 2 by 9 points combined. So it was getting to that point. You got that first league win. Your first league win as a head coach, the first win of the year for the guys. It's kind of like your team's kind of turned a corner here lately.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's the thing we keep telling them is that, offensively, we're going to have good nights. We're going to have bad nights. But we are scoring enough points, on an average nightly basis to where, our record, quite frankly, could definitely be flipped. We've just got to buy in defensively, and we got to do it for 32 plus minutes if needed. And again, that's the biggest thing is defense right now. It's like I told the guys the other night. You tell me we score 70 points in a game. Probably 9 times out of 10, I tell you, we would have won that game. And going back to Friday, we gave up 18 points in the first half. And offense wasn't great, but we still found ourselves ahead at half. And then we kind of just lost interest and gave up 40 points in the second half, which hurts. But we know we can do it. It's just something that we've got to continue to want to do, and to do it together as a team. But we're getting there. We're starting to see it more and more. Hopefully, like I said, there's no better time than now to do it. So hopefully we can put 4 quarters together here this week.
And even going back to your game at Junction City, you guys were in that game for a long part of that game, and then Junction City kind of pulled away late. And then we go to your Manhattan game, just the other night where you guys were down. I think were you guys down 20 at one point?
Down around there, 15, maybe around there somewhere. It was double digit.
And then you guys came back, so you guys showed a lot of fight. You guys are definitely playing a lot better basketball now than that stretch of that 12-game losing streak stretch where you faced, injuries, and now you guys are healthy and you guys have a legitimately strong chance to get out of Sub-State. if you guys show up and play hard at all 3 games. You guys play Bishop Ward your first game. You already played Bishop Ward. You beat them 61-60 in overtime at Bishop Ward at the start of the year. The game will be at Casey Turner. How do you kind of like that matchup?
Well, it's a tough one for sure. They're a good team, a team scrappy. They don't stop playing, which is a lot of credit to them. And honestly, quite frankly, it's a game we probably, if I'm being honest, probably should have lost. But we try to do a lot of different things to lose that game. But we found ways to win. Carter Shabbat and Mason Becker had some big shots for us in that game. But that was at the start of the season, and both teams are a lot different now. And like I said, they're a tough, scrappy team, so we know it's going to be a dogfight for 4 quarters. And no matter what the score is, these guys, they're never out of it, and they're never going to give up. So again, a lot of credit to them. They're a good team who won or tied for their league, won a share of it. So both teams are a lot different now, but like I keep telling our guys, if we can put 4 quarters together, sort of like we did against Topeka High, it doesn't, it is what it is. I'll go to war with these guys, against anyone. So.
And now you got a young coaching staff. I mean, you're a young head coach, but you got one veteran, Mike Nash, on the staff. How important has that veteran leadership from Nash been for you guys this year?
Huge.
I mean, not just for you guys, but just for you, because you're kind of still learning on the job as a head coach.
Yeah, huge. And I think I can speak for every other coach and every player on our team, and C team through varsity. He's been huge. Just the wisdom that he shares and the relationships that he has with the guys is awesome. And he tries. He cares about the guys, each and every one of them. And he shares his knowledge and stories all the time that the guys really relate to. And again, I think the biggest thing that he does is he really tries to get to know each and every single player in our program. And it's now to the point where he has that relationship with a lot of them, to where, he can tell them how it is. And then they go from there. There's no hard feelings or anything like that. So he's been huge for the guys. And for us coaches, right, as well, there's a reason, I wanted him to be on the staff, and he's helped all of us so much. He's the biggest part of the success we've had this season, and that we're hopefully getting ready to have as anyone in the program. So he's been a blessing to a lot of us.
Now you got 3 seniors. You got Cooper Kolbach, Carter Shabbat, and Dom Ridley. How important is it to those guys to, try to get through sub-state and get to state and Hutch?
I think it's really important. Dom and I think Carter were part of that team 2 years ago that took 4th in state. Cooper wasn't here yet, but so two of those guys that have been, and it's a goal we've had all season, is to get back there. And I would love nothing more than to do it for those guys. Because I know it means a lot to them. It means a lot to the program. And I know our underclassmen don't want to let them down. So it's kind of the thing that we've been talking about the past couple of weeks is we're going to ride these seniors. They're going to have to lead us out there on the court, and everyone else picks it up, their energy, and feeds off of them. So I hope we can get it done for them. Those guys deserve it. So, and they've worked extremely hard all year. So hopefully we can get the job done and get to Hutch.
You as a coach, but Trey as the player, you got there. You got the job done out of Shawnee Heights, and at a school that's not known for basketball. It's more so for baseball or football, but you got the job done in basketball. What's that kind of been like with you trying to get those kids to listen to you and you tell them, hey, I've gotten there, I've done it. This is how we can get there. This is how we can do it.
Yeah, and honestly, the good thing about our staff is that one of us at some level, whether it's college, high school, whatever, all of us on our staff have won a championship either as a player or as a coach. So it's big, and we try to relay that on to the guys, and our experiences, and little things that happened, and this and that throughout those seasons. But the biggest thing that we just try to tell them is the common theme with those teams was a bunch of guys who loved each other, and loved playing for each other, and honestly would do anything and sacrifice anything to get a win, which hence why there's only one team per division who wins a state championship, is because it's rare, and it's rare to see. So we really try and harp on the guys, and to stay together, and at the end of the day, it takes what it takes to get a win. So.
And you did it as a player, but Mike Nash has been there as a coach too. So
Yep.
that kind of helps you coaches. It's kind of, you could help the players as a former player, and Mike Nash can help the coaches as a coach that's been there and gotten the job done. I don't know how much film you've really watched on all your sub-state opponents on who you could play after Bishop Ward, but you said you've watched a lot of Bishop Ward. How do you like your chances at sub-state, just sub-state and whole?
We got to take it one game at a time, and quite frankly, one possession at a time. But I love our team. I love our guys. When we're locked in, which is a big if, hence our record. But like we said, we've been playing good ball as of late. And if we could put 32 plus minutes together, I love this team. And it's like I always tell them, and said earlier, is I'll go to war with this team over any team that we play. If we're locked in and doing the right thing. So.
So you said hence your record, but you guys play in one of the toughest leagues in the state. I mean, it's crazy because just a couple years ago, the Centennial League lost a couple schools, but still, you still got Junction City. They're number 4 in 6A. Washburn Rules record is really deceiving because they started the year 0-6, and now they've won, I think it's like 11 of their last 12 or something like that. Topeka High is not a terrible basketball team. Manhattan's a really good basketball team. I mean, even Emporia is tough. There's no nights off in that league. And then you say you go play in the Topeka Invitational Tournament, and you guys drew your first game, I think, was it Lansing?
Yep.
Played Lansing, and then you played Topeka High. So even there, you're playing against 6A, 5A schools, and there's still not a night off for you guys. So you've been through the gauntlet in your second year as a head coach, because you go from Paravel to Hayden, and the competition level just went skyrocketing up. So
yeah, for sure. It's and it's like we tell the guys, there's a lot of 3A teams that probably would love to be in the position that we're in, and it was one of the things where we said at the beginning of the year that there's not going to be a night off where we play a game with the teams that we play. They're all very good, very athletic, and just big schools, a lot bigger than us. So it's a thing where whether the guys realize it or not, and I think they do, but it's prepared us. There's not going to be, here come late. There's not going to be, a team or a player or an atmosphere or anything like that we haven't seen already. So I think it's been rough getting through it, but I think here come late, it'll all pay off because like you said, it's been a gauntlet what we've gone through, and we're hoping that it all pays off here in the end.
that you had that injury bug that hit you. and it hits you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it hits you guys head on, and it kind of devastated your roster there for a little bit. You guys got through it, and are you guys healthy all the way now?
Yes. Yep. All the way. Yep.
How many games now have you guys kind of been healthy for?
Gosh, I want to say probably 6, maybe 6, 7, something like that. Is all we've been fully healthy for. So, it's been rough. It's been rough to say the least.
And you went back to Shawnee Heights this year. It was your return game, your first time back there for anything basketball related as a coach. You guys lost that game 55-67, but you guys were in that game the whole game, weren't you?
Oh yeah. That was a great game by the guys. One of our better games of the year. And I think without fouling there, at the end, it would have been single digits. Which, watching or seeing the scores of a lot of Shawnee Heights games lately, is we were one of their closer teams in the second semester. So it's a lot of credit to our guys and what they're capable of. So
yeah, and they've kind of turned that corner out there too. I think they've won 15 or 16 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They look like a legitimate contender in 5A.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys get Bishop Ward Monday night at KC Turner. Does that playing that game at a neutral site kind of benefit you guys a little bit, or?
I'd be lying if I said it, if it didn't. I think it doesn't help either team. It hurts them a little bit because it should be a home game. But with their gym and all that, I don't think Keisha allowed them to play there. But it doesn't help us by any means, anyways. It's still a game that is not at home. It's at a neutral site. I would say it hurts them a little bit, but they played their game this year before, and I'm pretty sure they played there last year as well. So, it's a postseason game, which, like we keep telling the guys, each team that we play, we're going to get their best shot because everyone's trying to compete for the same thing, and that's a championship and a chance to get to state. So, our guys are prepared and they're ready. And quite honestly, I think our last 4 or 5 games have been on the road. So, it won't be anything too different for us as of late.
Yeah, well, Trey, I appreciate you coming on here. It's been a pleasure getting to follow you this year in your first year at Hayden.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Second year as a head coach, and I got to see your first win in the Centennial League. So that was the players all drenched you down with water. That was a pretty good to see. Good luck. Good luck tomorrow night against Bishop Ward. I hope you guys can pull it off.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep. Thanks for all you do.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.